take a lot of your time, but we wanted to make sure that we had some special guests come on and talk to you guys about some great opportunities. Uh, I assume that most everybody is high school. We may have some middle schoolers on, but there still is some great information for you all. Our first guest is College Possible, and we will then have a presentation by Avenue Scholars. College Possible and Avenue Scholars are both college access programs, and they preside in the local high schools, and they start recruiting students towards the end of their sophomore year, so they can have direct support and direct programming their junior year and their senior year of high school. So many of you all have aspirations of going to college, and I know you will. Some of you all may want to start at a community college, and Avenue Scholars is a great resource for that. Some of you may want to go eventually to a 4-year or start off at a 4-year, and College Possible is a great resource for those students that have 4-year aspirations. So I am going to pass the torch to Ms. Caitlin, and she will talk to you all about College Possible.
Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. My name is Caitlin. I am a senior program coordinator here with College Possible. I do work on the high school side, so I work closely with Millard South, Ralston, and Northwest, but we are in a few other high schools as well. Real quick to the host, am I able to present here or share screen?
Yep, I'll make you a host here.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Already did it, Jamar.
You're good to go, Caitlin.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so I want to present this. Right now, I just have a quick presentation. It won't take too long. And then we have a short 3-minute video where you'll get to hear some students that are currently in the program talk about their experience with the program. So at the end, I will show you how you can apply, and we'll also ask for questions. If we want to stop and wait till Avenue Scholars goes and ask for questions, that's fine too. But just let me know when we're at the end. So what is College Possible? We are a college access and success organization. We are powered by AmeriCorps, which what that means is you will get a high school and a college coach that is a recent college grad. So they just went through the process of applying to college, applying to scholarships, and graduating. So oops, I'm now the host, so I'm seeing all the people pop up. I'm letting them in. But they just went through the process, so they know it very well, and they are able to give you one-on-one support. We work with juniors all the way through their graduation of their college degree. So we used to recruit end of sophomore year. Just this year, we started doing beginning of junior year. So we do recruit juniors. That is what I'm looking for right now. Junior year, we do basic college knowledge. We learn about what is a bachelor's degree and what are different types of colleges that you might be able to go to. We do a lot of ACT prep, free ACT practice exams. Just this past Saturday, we had our first virtual ACT exam. We also give Princeton Review practice materials, and you get a lot of online tools and resources to utilize to hopefully better your score when you take that real exam in, I believe it's April. Who knows this year though with COVID. So that's what happens with junior year. Senior year, it's a lot of one-on-one help. So we're gonna sit down with you, your coach will, and they'll go through college applications and help you apply. We help you with the FAFSA, filling that out because it can be kind of confusing sometimes. Scholarships applications. So we don't have scholarships that we give you, but we will help you find scholarships and fill them out. And then the big enrollment conversations and decisions. So we are going to sit down with you when you get your financial aid packages and see what university or college is best for you financially, but also socially, and all the other areas that you want to find in a college. After senior year, we do transition and help you in your college years. Though getting into college isn't always easy. Sometimes it's the easy part. Graduating is the hard part. So when you're in college, you'll get a one-on-one coach that will help you through any challenge that comes up during those 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, however long it takes you to graduate. So you're able to go to them and they can help you connect you to resources on campus or in the community whenever you have a problem or a challenge arise. So who do we look for in our program? We are 4-year interest. So we look for students that want to do a bachelor's degree. If you want to do a 2-year degree, I believe Avenue Scholars will be speaking here shortly. So that would be a program for you. So we are 4-year interest and then Pell eligible. That means if you are eligible for the Pell Grant when you file the FAFSA, you would qualify for our program. If you don't know if you are eligible for that, that's fine. We'll figure all that out during the application process. We do look for a 2.5 GPA or above, and then a commitment to our program. Where we serve. So if you attend any of these one high schools, that's Benson, North, Northwest, South, Bellevue East, Millard South, Papillion, La Vista, not Papillion, La Vista South though, Ralston and Westside, we are recruiting. Northwest right now is very full. We have a lot of great students there. So we are still accepting applications there, but a lot of students are now being waitlisted because we are full. So you can still apply if you're a Northwest student, but all the other schools, if you're a junior, have openings. And what our commitments are right now, if you have a sibling or a friend that used to be in College Possible, you knew that in person, we had 2 sessions a week after school, but with COVID and this wonderful virtual life, we are now teaching sessions virtually. So what your commitment would be is just to attend one virtual session, a group session, so with your whole cohort once a month with your coach, but also meet with your coach one-on-one once a month. So you'll have 2 meetings once a month, and then you'll obviously communicate with your coach outside of that if needed. Once we are back in person, hopefully next fall, we will do something similar like this, but that is what we're doing and how we're operating right now. Now I'm going to play a quick video. I do need to share my computer sound. There we go. All right. Genesis, you're the picture I see. Can you give me a thumbs up when you hear this or see it playing?
College Possible set out on a mission to make college admission and success possible student testimonials.
Do we hear it?
Hi, my name is Gloria Andrade, and I'm currently a sophomore here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln studying secondary education mathematics and mathematics. I graduated from Ralston High School in 2018, and College Possible has been really helpful during this whole journey.
Hi everyone, my name is Merlin Padilla, and I was a part of College Possible.
Hello, my name is Katie Coble, and I graduated from Papillion La Vista South High School in 2019. I am currently a sophomore at Nebraska Wesleyan University.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jadis Hunt. I'm a class of 2020 alumni. Today I'll be answering 2 questions. Why did I join College Possible, and how did it help me?
I'm a first-generation college student, and so I had no idea how to fill out college applications, how to look for scholarships, what a FAFSA even was. I was at a complete loss. So that's why I joined College Possible.
Being first generation, it was kind of hard to understand how do I get to college.
Nor did I know what college was about. I didn't know how to go through the process of applying to colleges. I didn't know what the ACT was or how to even get a good score on it.
Because of College Possible, I was able to find the universities that fit me the best.
I needed help with college. My mom and my pops didn't go to college, so I didn't know how to get the resources.
And I was able to learn what I wanted in a college. I was able to learn class sizes that I want, campus sizes that I want, if I want public or private, how far I want it to be from home.
This is no joke. College is way more demanding than high school.
I really suggest y'all if need help with college and academics, College Possible will help you out.
They helped me find scholarships. That's so I don't have to worry about debt. They helped me fill out a FAFSA. That's so I could get even more financial aid.
Now, it's not all dilly-dally. There is a lot of tough times. There is a lot of applications, scholarships, a lot of prepping, so much that happened, and it was very stressful.
Each class period in College Possible was filled with some information that I knew and a lot that I didn't, such as resources where I could go and apply for scholarships.
I learned how to effectively manage my time, how to make friends, and how to network for my future career.
I don't suggest that you turn that away because you will learn a lot. There will be a lot of relationships that you will form, and you're going to learn a lot more than what you think.
As Selena was with me every step of the way, from filling out college admissions forms, FAFSA, and trying to sign me up for college visits.
I'm still good friends with my high school coach, and I hear from summer and college coaches every now and then who check in on my current plans, study abroad, resources on my campus, and my well-being. So I always feel cared about and supported, which is extremely important as a college student.
I could shoot her a text or I could just send an email and she would respond as soon as possible.
Personally, I got the Susan Buffett scholarship at UNO, and I'm getting free schooling.
Because college isn't always easy, but if you have the people that are there for you always, it's going to be a whole lot easier and a whole lot more fun.
I'm so happy that I joined College Possible because without them, I don't think I'd be where I am today.
And I think that you should take this opportunity and meet new people, get to know more about colleges, have your mind open to different opportunities because it is all well worth it. I still have a relationship with all my coaches from high school, and to this day, I don't regret any decisions. So please take this opportunity.
And thanks to College Possible, I'm able to achieve my dream of going to college and being the first in my family to graduate. I'm going to be a future high school math teacher and hopefully encourage other students to follow.
Our coaches at College Possible and their ability to build strong.
All right. So that was just some words from our some of our current students that are currently in college right now. Some recent grads, some a few years ago from high school. And this page right now is if you are interested in applying, you just have to go to collegepossible.org/join, which is right under the apply here, or you can scan the QR code with a smart device or a cell phone and the application will come up. So that's all I have for you today for the presentation. I don't know if we want to wait till the end for questions or.
Yeah, we can do questions at the end.
Okay, that sounds good.
Everybody,
well, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. Everybody, write your questions down. Now we'll have Mr. Jamar Dorsey from Avenue Scholars. We go way back. We work together, working with young people and getting them to college. So, Mr. Jamar Dorsey, your time is up.
So yeah, Mr. Jones didn't tell you I don't know how to work technology that well. So bear with me. I'm gonna attempt to share the screen. As I'm doing that, is Miss Marquita and her club on here? I hear that's the best boys and girls club around.
Yeah, we in here representing.
How you doing?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and all of you for being here today. Mr. Jones, thank you for the invitation. Just want to take a little time. I hope everyone can hear me okay, and share about the Avenue Scholars Program. So our mission is to ensure careers for committed students of hope and need through education and training through supportive relationships. The Avenue Scholars Program is very unique. We recruit to high skill, high wage, high demand careers in the Omaha area. And so if we have some 10th graders on the line, those of you who will be approaching the 10th grade or your current 11th and 12th graders, and you have an interest in one of the high skill, high wage, high demand industries, Avenue Scholars might be the fit for you. Um, our program design is one that starts in high school and it takes you all the way to a career. And so we always like to say at Avenue Scholars that it is a high school to workforce program. A few criterion, we recruit 10th graders in the Omaha area. And when I get to the list of schools, you'll be able to see which schools we recruit out of. But 10th grade year is a recruitment year for us. So we are currently engaged in that recruitment process right now. A few qualifying factors would be you qualify for free or reduced lunch, have an interest in one of the high skill, high wage, high demand industries, and you have room for the Avenue Scholars program on your classroom schedule. And so sophomore year is all about the recruitment. We recruit to those industries in IT, in business, in auto, in building trades, and in the healthcare industry. Junior year, if you're selected to be a part of our program, you actually enroll and take the Avenue Scholars class. It's a credit bearing class in one of the high schools that I'll show you here momentarily. In that class, we work on everything, whether it's resume building, interview skills, mock interviews, job shadows, virtual career exploration and awareness now during the COVID. All of our students are required to have part-time work experience, which could either be 10 hours of work experience a week throughout the school year, or those of you who will have an opportunity because of sports or other obligations to have seasonal work over the winter break or summer jobs as well. And so we take a lot of pride in knowing that not only will our staff called career coaches check on you in your English and math class to make sure you're doing outstanding there, they'll also join you or show up in your workspace to make sure that you're a great student and you're a great employee. Senior year, there's a gauntlet of offerings that happen senior year. The first piece of it is any Avenue Scholar who makes it to the senior year will have an opportunity to be in a dual enrolled program. What that means is you'll have an opportunity not only to get high school credit, but to earn college credit through Metropolitan Community College. And so we think that's an awesome opportunity for some of our scholars. The second huge part of the senior year is that some of you will have an opportunity to be in a paid internship throughout your entire senior year. And so that's another opportunity for you to gain those skills on the work, in the workplace, receive some coaching either by the business and or by your career coach, but it's a paid internship, which is outstanding there. And then the third piece of it is obviously the scholarship. So if you complete the Avenue Scholars high school portion of the program, junior and senior year, then you're able to activate an $8,000 scholarship to Metropolitan Community College or another training program of your choice. And so we transition our students from high school to Metro or a training program there. And once you complete that training program or you complete that associate's degree at Metro and you feel like that's the time for you to step into that career industry, we'll work with you as you onboard into that company or into that industry to make sure that you're able to navigate all the things that happen in your first job. So Avenue Scholars is a high school to workforce program. While a part of our Avenue Scholars program, there are 5 program guarantees. You'll receive an outstanding education and or training. The work experience piece I just talked about, all of you will have an opportunity not only to get a part-time job, but to get a paid internship while in high school, which will then launch you into a entry-level position in one of those career industry areas. We work on all the work-ready skills, so being on time, effective communication, all the things that the people who work with you at the Boys and Girls Club are talking to you about. We work with you and reinforce a lot of those skills as well. Attendance is so vitally important, not just to school, but to work. And it's our goal that when you leave our program, that everyone has a valid ID, that you've got a checking account, so you're established with the bank, okay, that you have access to reliable transportation or a transportation plan, and that you have stable housing. We know that transportation and housing and having and state ID and then a bank account is so vitally important as you transition into young adulthood. And so we work with you to do that. These are the schools that we participate in. We are in 4 um, school districts in the greater Omaha area. We have 2 programs at Millard South, 2 programs in the Millard Public Schools, 1 at Millard South, 1 at Millard North. We are in 5 of the 7 Omaha public schools. We're not at Burke and we're not at Central, but we are in the other 5 schools: Omaha Bryan, Omaha Benson, Omaha North, Omaha Northwest, and Omaha South. And then we have programs at Papillion La Vista High School and Ralston High School. So we're really excited about our program there. These are just some of the benefits if you become a Avenue Scholar: the academic support, the social and emotional support. We also host social events and networking opportunities. All of those are being done virtually, much like this presentation today. But when things do, when we're able to go back to in person, we'll offer some of those opportunities as well. Career exploration is a huge part of the program. And so all of our students will have an opportunity to explore the industries that I talked about. And some of you will explore some of those things and say, you know what, that's what I want to be. And then some of you will, dig into the healthcare piece and start seeing blood and like, you know what, that might not be for me. And that's okay, because the goal is to find your fit. The internship piece, I talked about our coaches, we call our staff coaches, work with you in preparing for post-secondary life, whether it's at Metro Community College or a training program. Like I said, as a 10th grader, if you join the program, you have a scholarship. You got $8,000 as a 10th grader. Once you successfully complete the high school portion, you get to activate that scholarship. And so that's one of our so things to celebrate, is that you activating that scholarship. And most of you, if you join our program, will actually earn that scholarship or receive it as a 10th grader and then earn it by your work product. And then the career placement piece is so vitally important for us. This just talks a little bit about the scholarship that I just explained to you. So long story short, takeaway: hey, I heard about Avenue Scholars. It's a high school to workforce program. And if I want to get my post-secondary education paid for, they said I got $8,000 with my name on it. And all I got to do is be a really good student and work really, really hard in the workplace or a paid internship. Once you leave our high school and go to our post-secondary program, you'll get a career coach there. They'll help you on all the things that you see right in front of you: career coaching, business networking. Building your social network is so very important. You will also receive a Metro navigator that will help you with all things related to Metro. There'll be tutoring. There'll be all types of support. And the end goal is to make sure that you've got all the support you need to be launched into that career and into the workforce. So that's the career placement piece, and we'll support and help you with all of that. These are just some of our business partners that we work with on recruitment, on referrals, on internships. You see Boys and Girls Club. We've had a long-standing partnership and relationship with the Boys and Girls Club, and so are very, very fortunate to be able to present to you today. And if you feel like Avenue Scholars is a great fit for you, then you'll have some opportunity to visit our website. I'm going to leave my contact information into the chat box for everyone. And we have representatives in all the schools that we serve. So you can feel free to reach out to anyone wearing the Avenue Scholars banner. So that concludes my portion of the, all right, that concludes my portion of the presentation. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
All right. So we will open it up now for questions for Avenue Scholars and College Possible. Mr. Jones, I'm going to ask you, well, actually, I'm going to put my teacher hat on. If you got a question and you can't type it in the chat box, hold up a virtual hand, and between the adults on the line, we'll call you out. So we don't want everybody shouting, but if you can hold up a virtual hand or a thumb or some type of icon or emoji that lets us know you got a question, then this is the time to do so. Okay, so I see a bunch of thumbs.
Carter Lake is ready.
So all right, unmute that box there, Coach Jones, and let's see what we get. Can you
Go ahead,
unmute?
Carter Lake. You got it, Courtney.
Oh, unmuted. We're supposed to unmute, right?
Yep, we can hear you. You're live.
Okay. Hey. Mute ourselves.
You guys got a question?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
One question, Mr. Dorsey, is what if you don't want to go to community college, but they want to be in the program?
Yep. So if you don't want to go to a community college, what we do is we say, hey, thank you for your interest, but we strongly recommend that you check out College Possible.
Yeah, then you can come on over to us. But I guess that depends. If you don't want to go to a community college, what are you looking for? Are you not wanting to go to college at all? Or do you want to go to a 4-year? If it is a 4-year, then apply to College Possible.
Good question. We got any more?
So Nanelle, we kind of answered your question, I think, too. Again, what if you're interested in the programs, but you don't want to go to the schools? I think College Possible will probably be the best fit for you because you'll do a lot of pre-college work, searching for scholarships, trying to figure out what is the best fit for you. And you don't necessarily have to go to a specific school versus Avenue Scholars. That track leads directly to Metro Community College.
So, and I'm gonna chime in to that question. Would it be possible to be in the program if you don't go to one of the schools listed? And for Avenue Scholars, the short answer is yes. So if you're currently in high school and we don't have a program in your high school, what you'll have to do is reach out to me that senior year, and we go through a little external process. And the fact that you are a member of the Boys and Girls Club, we'll sit down, we'll have an interview, and if your career pathway aligns with 2-year college at Metro and or you want help getting a job in one of the industries that we support, we'll work with you to be able to do that. So if our school, if your school isn't listed on our list, just get with Mr. Jones and say, Mr. Jones, I need to talk to that Avenue Scholars guy. I want to be a welder or a carpenter. I want to get my degree in auto tech or be a diesel truck driver, and he'll get you in touch with me.
And for College Possible, if your high school is not on that list, my short answer is no. But with being virtual right now, we're learning that we can reach more students in different ways. So I actually did just recruit. He was a student at Northwest, but he has moved to Kansas, and he's going to remain in the program for as long as we can continue to support him virtually. And then obviously, if we can, once we go in person, his support might remain virtual, but it's a conversation that's happening. So I encourage you to apply, but I don't make any promises right now.
Couple of additional questions. For Avenue Scholars, if you don't want to do a career that was listed, but you want to participate in the program, can you still do it, or can you do a different career?
Well, without knowing what career pathway you want to be in, I'm just going to encourage you to either drop what do you want to do in the chat or reach out to one of our representatives in one of the schools that we serve.
Is it too late to join either program if you're already a senior?
Get in touch with Mr. Jones and we can work something out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. One of the career paths is,
Okay.
what do you suggest for a lawyer or a vet? So vet science.
So for on the Avenue Scholar side, we don't support those pathways there, and so we wouldn't be able to serve you in that capacity. Yep, great question. Thank you.
That is a good question. If you do want to do a lawyer or a vet, you would need a 4-year degree. I'm very well versed with vet school. My sister's a vet. I currently have her animals here with me, and it's not easy. But yes, if you're interested in those fields, we can support you at College Possible. As for seniors joining, not right now. It's kind of the same situation with if you don't go to one of our high schools, but we're potentially looking at that next year.
All right, another question. Which one of your programs is better for sports? So I want to play sports at the next level.
College Possible.
Yeah, we do have students go and play athletics. Not always, but if that's something you are looking for, your college coach can help you connect you with the coach at said campuses and hook you up that way. So some of our students do go be student athletes, some are not. Doesn't really matter either way.
So particular student, I go to Brian. Is there a way I can still do College Possible? What grade are you in? Freshman.
All right, so freshmen, we aren't accepting applications for freshmen right now, but when you're a junior, definitely look for us again. We're not at Bryan, but who knows, in 2 years we might be, and in 2 years we might be supporting, even if we're not officially in a school because of being able to go virtual. So you can apply right now and we'll have your application in our database, and then we'll be able to follow up with you in years future, but right now we're looking for juniors.
Right, other questions? All right, y'all, come on. Okay. Oh, here we go. Can you help with coding? Either program.
Yes.
Very simple answer, yes.
I'm sure there's also university degrees that do coding. So yeah, I think both programs can help with that depending on what you want to do.
Okay, any other questions? Going once. All right, here we go. Would you guys still support if we went to school out of state?
So Avenue Scholars will not. We're a metro program and a workforce program, and our goal is to build the workforce right here in the Omaha area. So we will not support you financially if you go to a school out of state, and we do not have we don't do anything in the performing arts field as well.
For College Possible, we will follow you to wherever school you go to. So we have students across, sorry, my dog is making lots of noise. We have students across the nation, and we have College Possible sites across the country as well. So you can grow up here and go to school in Texas, or my alma mater, Ohio State, go Bucks, just saying. But if you go anywhere outside of Nebraska, we will support you. If the college has performing arts, yes, we will support you. And if you transfer, we'll help you with that transfer process, regardless if it's in-state or out of state.
And then going back to the question about what if a student transfers? So let's say they're at one school and they want to join College Possible or Avenue Scholars, and they happen to transfer high schools. How does that work?
Yep. So if you transfer from one high school to another high school, we have a full program. You'll just enroll in the program. You'll enroll in the class there.
And for College Possible, if you are at a school that has the program, but then you transfer to a school that doesn't have the program, you're still able to be in it. You would just have to, if we're in person, travel to that school after school for a session. But if you transfer and we're in that school, if you transfer from a school that doesn't have it to a school that has it, yes, you can join.
Question, can you do trade school classes in high school?
Yes. So if you're in Omaha Public Schools, you know, they got great, you got a great opportunity through the the Career Center. There's also Metro academies that offer those trade programs. And so with Avenue
I'm
Scholars.
sorry, but I can't hear you. Like I can hear you, but you're really
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So the answer is yes. We encourage our students to go through the Career Center to get some of that trade experience. A lot of the Avenue Scholar students also apply and land Metropolitan Community College academies in trades. And so that's a huge focus of ours. So yes, you can do trade classes while in high school, and we support those, whether it's through the Career Center or it's through the Metropolitan Community College, while still being a high school junior or senior.
Let's say a student is in College Possible or Avenue Scholars, and they have some bad luck academically, and they're not doing so hot. They're either on academic probation or on the verge of getting kicked out of school. What happens with their participation in either one of your programs?
So on the Avenue Scholars side, our career coach will work with you as long as you would like to remain engaged in some type of programming. And so you won't be kicked out of the program for not passing classes, but the options available for you will definitely be lessened or shorter because you won't have some of those opportunities, right? But if you still want to work hard, you failed the class because it was just ultra tough, but you still want to get some work in the industry that we support, then our career coaches will stick with you. But you've got to be willing to put in the work, and you got to be willing to take on that class again and pass it, because that's the one thing we want to build in all of our scholars is a little thing called grit.
And with College Possible, yes, we do have unenrolled students on the college side. We all know life ain't perfect, and something might happen where you have to unenroll for a semester, or you do fail a class, or you are on probation. That's okay. You still have a coach, and that whenever you do want to re-enroll or figure out the steps to get back to enrolling, you'll have your coach to reach out to help you through that process.
Great conversation. So what if a student changes their mind? They change their major. Happens.
You must already be an Avenue Scholar. So yeah, so if you change your mind and you decide to do something different, as long as it's still in our service plan, you can go for it. Prime example, You join the program and you want to be in IT, you want to do some coding stuff, and you realize, nah, that's not it. Now, I want to dig in and find out, maybe I'll go to business and try my hat at culinary arts. If it fits inside of the Avenue Scholar Service Plan, then you can absolutely change your mind and do it, and we'll support you along the way. Great question.
And same with College Possible. You can definitely change a major in college. I'm sure every person online here who went to college changed their major at some point. So it definitely happens, and we'll still support you.
Right. Great questions, everybody. Any additional questions? And again, if you guys have any more questions or interest in these programs, please get with myself, Mr. AJ, Ms. Jana, and we'll make the connection. Especially if you're a senior and you're interested in one of those specific career options for Avenue Scholars as well. All right. Going once, going twice. Okay. What's that? I think I heard Jabez. Was that Jabez? Or was that?
I said, can you repeat the question or the statement?
Oh, I said if you have any additional questions, shoot it out now. Or if you have any additional questions after the presentation in regards to one of these programs, let me know, and I'll get you connected. Either contact myself, Mr. AJ, or Miss Jana.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Nathan. Don't be late, son. All right? Don't be late. Show up on time all the time.
Same thing for you, Mr. Thomas. Y'all stop. Y'all be making excuses before something even happens.
Oh boy.
All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you for attending. We're not done yet. We still want to talk about FAFSA, but we definitely want to extend our thanks to.
Do you still want us to tell you our names?
Yes, put it in the chat.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Put it in the chat.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Dorsey. Thank you, Ms. Caitlin. Avenue Scholars, College Possible, great programs. Look for them in your schools. Talk to your counselors. Look for representatives within your school buildings. Contact us if you have any questions or want additional information. So we'll let our special guests, you guys want to sign off, we'll let you get back to your evening. And then for everybody else, stay on. We'll do a brief presentation about FAFSA in just a few seconds. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's talk about FAFSA really quickly. Do I have any seniors on the line? Where are my seniors at? I don't have no seniors on here?
Me.
Yeah, I got Jabez. I got you. Any other seniors on here? Okay, so this is going to be really brief. We didn't want to keep you too long, but we had some great information from Avenue Scholars and College Possible. So we were going to have ASF-CP-EQuest on, and they do a really good job of talking about FAFSA, what Pell Grants are, what loans are, and how that can help support you in going to college and what you need to do to complete your FAFSA. And so we'll have ASF-CP-EQuest on at a later time. This is kind of FAFSA season. It started off on October 1st, when a lot of high school seniors will start to apply for funds, financial aid to go to school. And so everybody's kind of busy with that. But we wanted to briefly talk about it. And I won't get too specific. Again, we'll do that at a later time. But can anybody tell me, what is FAFSA? Anybody tell me, what is FAFSA? Nobody?
It's a financial aid for college.
Financial aid for college. Okay. What does FAFSA stand for? Anybody know? Anybody know? Don't be Googling it either. Top of your head, y'all know what it is? Okay, I'll tell you. FAFSA, shut up, AJ. FAFSA, F-A-F-S-A, free application for federal student aid, all right? So it's an application that you'll submit online for free that will be going to the Department of Education, all right? So it's a government program. And this is the way that you see if you're eligible for Pell funds. Pell grant is money from the government based on your socioeconomic status for you to go to school. And it's also the way that you'll be eligible for loans if you need to take them out. We don't want you to take them out, but sometimes you got to take them out. You know, college is expensive. So to give you an idea for the amount of Pell funds that is for next school year, the amount is $6,345. Okay, that's for full Pell. So some students are eligible for full Pell, some students are eligible for partial Pell. Some may get $1,000, some may get 500, but the max is 6,345. Now that amount is going to be the same amount whether you're going to Metro Community College, where it will cost you about $1,000, $1,100 per quarter to go to school. So around a little over $3,000 for a school year at Metro Community College for a full-time student to go to school. So if you calculate that, if you get full Pell, if you're getting over $6,000 and Metro only costs you about $3,000 for the school year, what does that mean? What does that mean? Anybody?
You have a lot over.
There you go. You're going to have some money coming back to you. All right. So if you take that same amount, and let's say you want to go to UNO, where it costs you about $4,000 for a semester. All right. What does that mean? You might need some additional money, right? So you have $6,000 for the school year. But if you're just taking classes, but not staying on campus at UNO, it's probably going to cost you between $8,000 and $9,000. And so there's about a $3,000 or $4,000 gap that you need to come up with. And that's where you need to apply for scholarships, apply for the Buffett, apply for Boys and Girls Club scholarship, of course, to try to make up that gap, right? So can anybody tell me, in speaking about the Boys and Girls Club scholarship, how much can you receive from the Boys and Girls Club scholarship? What's your max dollar amount? Anybody know? Y'all been doing...
There isn't one.
Oh, Jabez says there isn't one. Anybody else? Anybody else rebut that?
100?
100? I hear 100. Okay, I heard 100. What else?
Can I answer?
Well, it starts at 10K a year, but like if you're doing good with the club, you can ask for more eventually, depending on if it's like ridiculous or like reasonable, you know?
Okay. So I heard anywhere from 100 to 10,000 or more. All right, so here we go. The minimum that you can earn is $1,000. The maximum that you can earn is $10,000. And that's for each year. So that's a renewable scholarship for up to 4 years. Now, going back to Jabez's point about you can get more than 10,000. We have a couple of partnerships with College of St. Mary. How many of you all know where College of St. Mary is? Okay, I see a couple thumbs. So College of St. Mary is a local college. It's right around 72nd and Mercy. So if you know where Walmart is, right off of Pacific Street, like you're going towards Exarban, UNO South Campus, all over there. So College of St. Mary is right there off of 72nd Street, 72nd and Mercy. It's an all-girls school. They have sports, private institution, but it costs about $20,000 a year to go to school there. We have a great partnership with them. So if a young lady wants to go to College of St. Mary, stay local, stay in the dorms, but go to a really good school with some strong support. You can apply to go there. If you get in, you have an opportunity to get a great financial aid package where they'll give you $10,000 and we'll match that $10,000, and that's your $20,000 to go to school there. Okay. If you want to stay on campus, it'll cost a little bit more, but we'll figure that out. Also, with Creighton University, if you guys have aspirations to go to Creighton University, we'll match whatever dollar amount of scholarships that you get from Creighton to go to school there. So if you're awarded $20,000 in scholarships from Creighton University, we'll match that. Okay. If you get $15,000 in scholarships from Creighton, we'll match that. All right. So we have a couple of partnerships, Creighton University, College St. Mary, and Metro Community College. Again, Metro Community College is fairly cheap. It's a 2-year school. It's meant to be a 2-year school. Typically, you'll finish probably in 2.5 or 3 years, depending on your situation. And the same for 4-year. Typically, universities, the average student is finishing their program in 4.5 or 5 years. Okay, so keep those in the back of your head as you approach your senior year, or in Jabez's point, or in his situation, he's a senior, so he's gonna start figuring this stuff out now. All right, so I know I diverted a little bit. So back to FAFSA, again, we'll have some more in-depth conversation about this. We have a checklist in Civicor that you'll need to adhere to when it's time for you to file your FAFSA application. So Jabez, in your case, you want to log into Civicor, go under tips for success. So if I could get AJ to drop that in the chat in regards to your instructions of finding the FAFSA checklist. So it's in Civicor, it's under tips for success, and then you'll look for FAFSA checklist. All right, and you don't have to be a senior to look at that. So, go ahead and check it out. And you'll get an idea of the information that you'll need in order for you to fill out your FAFSA application. The big thing is tax forms. Okay, so in Jabez's situation, he's a senior now. He can fill out his FAFSA for next school year. He'll be a college freshman next school year. He can do his FAFSA right now. He'll need his parents' 2019 tax forms, okay? 2019 tax forms in order to complete his FAFSA application, right? Additionally, if you have a driver's license, you'll need that. If you have a job or if you made some money in 2019 working, you'll need that information. If you filed taxes in 2019 as a minor, you'll need that information. If you did not reach the threshold of income to file taxes, you won't need that information. You won't need to report it. So if you, let's say in Jabez's case, he has a part-time job. He had a part-time job in 2019 and he only earned, let's say $8,000. That's not enough for him to file taxes. So he wouldn't need to report that information on his FAFSA application. If that makes sense. I believe the threshold is around $15,000. So if you made $15,000 in a year, you need to report that, or you meet the threshold to file taxes. But most students won't meet that threshold. So most students that we work with that do FAFSA, they do not report that on FAFSA. But one thing that you do need is you definitely need your parents' information. Another thing that you need is if you receive any type of child support or any assistance from, let's say your parent was in the military, you'll need that information as well. Okay, and all that information you'll put on the application. It seems like a lot of information, but we'll do workshops. Mr. AJ, Miss Jonna, myself will help you fill that information out. It'll probably take you 15, 20 minutes. And then every year as a college student, you'll renew your FAFSA. Okay, it's not a one-time deal. If you remain in school, you'll have to every year around the same time, you got to renew that FAFSA. If you don't do it, let's say you want to go to college, but you don't do FAFSA, you can go to college without FAFSA, but there's a few things you won't be able to do. You won't get Pell Grant. You can't apply for loans. unless you go through a bank, but you won't get loans through the government. You can apply for the Boys and Girls Club scholarship, and you can apply for many other scholarships. And Buffett is one of them. Okay, so you gotta have FAFSA completed in order for you to apply for a lot of these other scholarships. Okay. Any questions in regards to FAFSA before we move on? Any questions? Okay, so you need the social security number. That's another thing you'll need. You'll need your parents' social security number. And everything is done online. So you'll have a way to do an electronic signature. And it's through something called FSA. FSA. Okay, so you log on to the FAFSA website. And again, the application should be free. There's some websites that will charge you to do FAFSA. If they ask you for a fee, you're on the wrong website. Okay, FAFSA.ed.gov. That's the website. So when you enter that information, you'll get a notification to do a FSA ID, and you need to complete that first before you fill out your application. And you'll use that ID, that FSA ID, as your signature to sign your application. And your parents will need to have an ID as well. Okay. So again, in short, again, I don't want to get you guys too far in the weeds, but I do want you to be aware of FAFSA. There's too many high school students that approach their junior and senior year, and their counselors don't talk to them about FAFSA, the importance of FAFSA, and the benefits that the FAFSA application will have for you in regards to funds, free funds for you to go to school. But start talking about that, start looking into it. Again, log into your Civil Corps account and go under that tips for success and look for that checklist and just kind of peruse through and look at the information that you'll need. A lot of you guys still have a little bit of time before your senior year. So it is good for you to get educated on this. And the October of your high school senior year, you should be filling this application out. And then around December, you'll complete your Boys and Girls Club scholarship application. All right. And then probably around November, you'll do Buffett. November, December, January, you'll do Buffett and get that information complete. And any other scholarships. Apply for as many scholarships as possible. All right. Thank you, Millard Central. Appreciate you. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Nothing? Okay. Okay. So we'll do some more, like I said, we'll do some more activities surrounding FAFSA, scholarship searching, school selection. You got some great program facilitators and great resources in Miss Jana and Mr. AJ. So ask as many questions as possible to them. You guys can reach out to me as well. But make sure you guys are tuning in to College and Career Programming every week, and make sure that you are asking questions and researching possible school possibilities, the options that you want to go into. Got College Possible. That's an option for you guys. Avenue Scholars is one. Avenue Scholars will pay for everything. And I'll give out one more shout out in regards to Avenue Scholars. So just think about this. Avenue Scholars will pay for everything at Metro. And that's if you select one of those career outlets, those career options that they offer. So one of those high demand options. So like the trade, IT, healthcare, one of those options.
Sir?
Yeah.
How much money do we get paid for each video that we go to?
How much you pay again? What?
So she's saying how much money does she get paid for like each video?
That we go to.
That's what she's saying.
For each video?
Yeah, for the meetings.
Who paying you to watch the videos? What you talking about?
Nobody.
Okay. Drop that in the chat. Hit me up directly. I'll answer your question. But in regards to Avenue Scholars, again, if you pick one of those options, you get in the program and Metro's a good fit for you. It's not a good fit for everybody, but if it's a good fit for you, they will pay for everything at Metro. And let's say you're eligible for Pell Grant. So that's $6,300 I talked about. If everything's paid for at Metro and you're eligible for Pell Grant funds and $6,300, what happens to all that money? Anybody?
What
What happens to all that money?
See.
I'm waiting. Give me an answer. Keep it. Give me an answer, Michael. You keep it. Money comes back to you. So if you play your cards right, you could go to Metro through Avenue Scholars, complete a program, graduate with your associate's degree, and you could possibly come out of school with over $12,000 in your pocket to start your career, transfer to go to a 4-year, down payment on a new house, buy a brand new car. So you got some options. And I'll leave you with this. All you guys can go to college, but college does not have to be expensive. I promise you that. College does not have to be expensive. Okay? So any questions before we let you go? Jonna, do you want to do the picking right now, or you want to send out an email?
I think I'm gonna send out an email because Council Bluffs, I asked you guys twice to send me your names. I still don't have your names in the chat. I sent you a message privately.
Right there.
Right where?
We wrote them all down.
The one above your